Hey, everybody. Just going to share my screen real quick, but welcome to the Pera Community Monthly Call for February 2026. Can't believe we're already almost done with Q1 this year. But I'll give it like a minute just so people can roll in. I don't know if anybody is here right now, actually. So I might just be talking to myself right now. But anyway, just going to give it a minute. See some people rolling in now. Really not much to talk about this month. We were busy building multi-sig behind the scenes. It's all behind the feature flag. So if you know how to access the secret development menu, you can get started. It's a little bit more advanced on Android than iOS, but both are available. Start creating accounts, start adding people to your thing. So anyway, it's 10:01. I am going to get started with this. Okay, like as always, enter some questions in the chat if you need. Feel free to follow along. I'm here to answer your questions as you see fit. All right, so we got 3 sections as usual. We got our highlights, our what's next, and the open floor. So what did we ship this month? So for both Android and iOS, really not much in terms of what you saw. So we have routine maintenance and bug fixes, a few things. There's actually an update going out today, which is great. It's actually, a few people have asked us for this for tax season, but on Pera Explorer now, we'll actually have the price of the asset as you export, but it doesn't work on the internal one, only on Pera Explorer. So remember that. And then, yeah, like I said earlier, joint accounts are built behind the feature flag. So if you have access to the secret development menu, everybody has it. You just have to find it, press the version number 10 times in a row. You'll see it. And then you can access all the feature flags and see all the cool stuff we're building behind the scenes before everybody else in the world does. What's next? All right, so we got our virtual IBAN. So I've been talking about this for a while, but it allows us to open up a USD or your bank account. So that's IBAN or SEPA anywhere from almost anywhere in the world. So if you live in India, you can open it. If you live in like Africa, you can open it. I mean, just the possibilities are endless here. And you get a routable account number for fiat deposits received in you. So essentially, it's a virtual bank account. You got your IBAN, you got your routing number, and you got your bank account number. From here, you can if you've got direct deposit, you can use it for that. If you, let's say you're a DApp and you have Stripe and you are accepting credit card payments and you just want all your funds to deposit on chain, you can use this for that. You're doing payouts, you can use it for that. I mean, there's so many different use cases. And what's great is the fees on this are so low, like super, super low. So you don't have to worry about centralized exchange fees, anything like that. Like even for offboarding, the debit card is obviously a lot easier because not every place accepts ACH transfers and stuff like that. But it's really good for moving around your money. If you want to looking to do let's say your business on chain and you want to pay your employees in USDC, but they don't want USDC. Well, just hook up their bank accounts to the other side of this and do an airdrop. Payroll made easy. So yeah, it's really cool. Really looking forward to this feature. The main trick for us is going to be understanding who exactly uses it, what's the use case for, so we can build those out better. But this really opens up a whole new world of possibilities for Pera, Algorand, and crypto in general. So here's a little preview of what it looks like. So this is actually part of Pera 7. So in Pera 7, we're going to be moving the portfolio screen off to the side. So when you open up your account, when you open up Pera Wallet, it'll be the last account you're on. So this will be better for people who only have one account. In addition to that, it creates a lot less taps, especially if you have a high volume account and then the other one's just kind of sitting there doing nothing. It also allows us to do things in the future too, like having folders for accounts and things like that. So anyway, as you can see here, we kind of have this as a pseudo account. It's like, hey, look, you can do it here. Don't worry about the Pera process. This is just the experiment. You can click activate. Go through the KYC process. If you made a card, it's very similar to that. Once you're approved, you'll get this little tab here, which basically shows your status. Like if you're still in KYC, it'll say KYC status, it's pending, blah, 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 blah. You click it. This is actually a USDC balance because it actually pulls the USDC from your card. So you can see it here, and then deposit and transfers allows you to go to and from, and then the manage allows you to see like your account number, your routing number. If you have a Euro account, you can do that. You can freeze your accounts, blah 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 blah. So it's a really nice little portal that allows people to come in and see what is up. So right now we got the multi-signature joint accounts in testing. This is great. Hopefully next month we'll be able to ship this out to you. While connect and transaction display. Some of this is out already, some of this is not. The transaction display is a little trickier because of balance impacts. We're working on creating a better way of having that like more standardized. Maybe other people could use it too, things like that. So it's a little busier, but we're working on it. The React Native app, I just showed you some previews, but this one's actually like our guys are killing it. Like, kudos to our dev team right now because like this app is almost in full working form. Like in a couple of months, they've basically rebuilt the entire app. Now, granted, there's the granularity that comes with testing. So, as we get into things, it might be a little bit more broken than we think. But as of right now, like absolutely insane. Like they're currently working on adding multi-sig to it. That's how far along they are. We're also working on a Pera backup system. So I know you guys, a few of you are like, "Grr, why did you get rid of the Algorand secure backup?" And the reason for that was because it actually follows an ARC35 spec. So when that spec was made, HD wallets weren't utilized, so there was no HD wallets in there. So if you tried to back up your accounts, your HD wallets wouldn't be backed up. And since all new wallets are HD wallets, it just didn't make sense for a new user to think that their accounts were backed up and then they weren't backed up and then they lose their money because they didn't back up their keys. So you can understand it's created a whole bunch of hassle. And also Algorand secure backup. I know a few of you liked it, but it was actually kind of sucked because number one, you had to get keys anyway. It gave you 12-word keys instead of whatever, but it held all your other keys. So you don't have to worry, like it was less words overall. But the worst part was you also got this TXT file that came with it. So you had to save that file too. Like, so now instead of just saving words, now you also have to save a TXT file. And so this backup system is more of like a cloud-based infrastructure where we can also have like sync between systems as well. So it's really cool. It's in testing. Obviously, we know we have to make sure everything is good. Yes, Pera backup is all it's including passkeys, it'll include contacts, it will include like favorites and discover, things like that. So a lot of like user metadata in general can be included with the backup. In addition, like if you rename an account on one device, it'll rename it on the other. So it's like it's really advanced in that way. It's just it's one of the smoothest experiences in crypto. Like seeing these demos that we built already, like it is amazing. So I'm really looking forward to this one. I just showed you the IBAN accounts. We're working on that. And then we're working on a token minter. I know this has been in there for probably like a year now, but like it's not that important. But at the same time, it's a very easy lift for us. And there's a lot of new like ASA standards coming out as well. We can build that into it, so it could be a good way of doing it. But the features that we know people want, like good ways to move their money first. So we're focusing on that. But it is something that we're looking to bang out in some point in the future. Okie dokes, open floor. Anybody have any questions? Is the backup stored on chain? No, it's not. It's stored on a cloud server that will like open source and stuff. So you can host your own if you need to. Anybody got any other questions? If you came in later too, if you go to Pera Explorer and CSV export, we now have price information. So if you're doing your taxes, you want easier ways of calculating your transaction balance and stuff like that, the CSV export on Explorer is your friend right now. We did that because we love you all. And we know that tax season, especially with crypto, is a complete nightmare. If you requested it, it wasn't too bad for us to implement it, so we added it. So okay, cool. Well, I will give this like another minute. If nobody has any other questions or anything of that sort, I will shut this thing down early. Granted, I do plan on running a Twitter space this month. I had it in Discord last month. It's kind of like a dry run of how things would be. But I think I'm going to go to Twitter Space just so I could try to get some more outside pull and get Pera more visibility overall. But it'll be fairly informal, kind of like the question section here. Overall, I'm interested in understanding what you're using Pera for, what features you would like to see, things like that, so that way we can help drive the adoption of the next wave of Algorand and Pera users. So, and it looks like no more questions. If I want to distrio, I'm assuming you meant to hit Shift Enter or something, and it just cut off quick. So, because I have no idea what that means. Far East, would you mind clarifying your comment, please? Oh, there we go. Distribute my 100 algo to 4 different accounts. So, like, you want an airdrop tool? Um, I don't know if there's more to that question or not, but so if you want to distribute your algo to other accounts and stuff, there's very easy ways of doing that. You can just send, I mean, for 4, it's probably the fastest to just send 25 to each address. There are both tools in the ecosystem that do distribution. My other website, One Tools, which is my like little dApp that I made for like bulk Algorand tools, supports airdropping. You could actually do a couple of ways. You could do it where, like, let's say if you're an NFT creator, you can distribute to all your NFT holders. If you're a token creator, you can distribute to your token holders. And then like just custom ones. Like, let's say if you want to send like 25A to 100 people, you could easily set those parameters and stuff. So if you're looking for it, I'll just post my my website in the channel and tools. And you can use that for airdropping and stuff if you need. Cool. All right. Yeah, we got a bunch of cool stuff. Feature quest, anything like that, just let us know. Join the Twitter space if you can. And we'll be seeing you next month. All right. Take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye.